Good evening, everyone, or good afternoon. Just, obviously, depending on where in the world you are, I'm kind of just adjusting the camera here a little bit. Coach Brad, just wanted to jump on here tonight and kind of review, I guess, a choice that I made many, many years ago that allowed me to stay motivated, allowed me to stay focused. The camera is doing some funny stuff there. But I know there's a lot of people out there that, I really want to get this message across to them because they're still struggling with being on the yo yo cycle, for example. And I'm going to keep playing with this here. I'm going to adjust this here while I'm talking. You can tell we're live right now. There we go. Okay. That's what happens when you go live here. Some technical issues with the camera. But I think we got it now. Okay. I had to tighten it down a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I know there's a lot of folks out there that are still, struggling with the yo-yo cycle, gaining weight, losing weight, and whatnot, struggling with their health, struggling, and they all desire and of course deserve better health, better energy, living that life to, the best of their ability. And in order to do that, of course, we've got to have our health. I've said a lot that, our greatest wealth is our health. And so many years ago, I was able to make a choice. And that's what I wanted to get into today is the choice that I made and how you can make, the same choice or a similar choice for your life so that you can live the best life and so that you can stop struggling with health and energy in literally any aspect of your life. And in order to make this choice, I had to ask myself a question. And the question that I asked myself was simply this: who do I choose to be? And so that's the question that I have for you right here, right now, in this moment, is who are you choosing to be? And when you answer that question sincerely from your heart, your life will change immediately, instantly for the better. So let me give you an example of how I came to this. So about 10 years ago, when I was in the middle of my divorce, alone at home, sitting on my couch, I was trying to get my dog Lucky to come over to me, my Cocker Spaniel, and he wouldn't do it. If you can believe that, I'm like, come on, boy, you can do this. Come over here, and he wouldn't do it. He just looked at me like, dude, no, you're a total loser. I'm not going over there. And he turned around and he went back and he sat on his couch and his ears perked up and he just looked at me. And dogs can sense energy, and he knew that I was amiss, that my energy was really down. I was in a really, really low state, borderline depression, almost severe depression, I'll say. And he just wanted nothing to do with me. But looking back at that, I have to thank my dog because in that moment, my life changed forever. For in that moment, I had this epiphany, this realization, I call it my miracle number 2, that what we focus on, we become. That who we choose to be, we become. And up until that point, I didn't fully understand it. But up at that point, I realized that I had been focusing and choosing to be everything that I did not want in my life. I did not want to be a couch potato, but I was focusing on not being a couch potato. Well, what was I? I was a couch potato. I was focusing on not being lethargic. Well, what was I? Lethargic. I was focusing on not being uptight, grumpy, irritable husband and father. Well, what was I? I was an uptight, grumpy, irritable husband and father. So in that moment, I had to shift and switch, and I had to ask myself, well, what do I want to be? Who do I want to be? And that is when everything changed, because in that moment I chose to be healthy. I chose to be, more high energy, more optimistic, a little bit more outgoing. I focused on being the person that I wanted to be, that I wanted to become. And that's what I'm saying. And that's your life is going to change. So if you're struggling right now with anything, it's who are you choosing to be? So if you're at home, choose to be the best version of you, the best husband, the best wife. What does that look like? Who is that for you? But choose to be that person and then commit to being that person. So there's even some areas of my life, I choose to be healthy and I've committed to that decision. But there's times, other situations in my life where I admit, I still do struggle because I haven't fully committed to being the best Brad in the community or at church or something like that. So that's another piece of the puzzle. Choose who you wish to be, and then you got to commit to that decision. And then you go forward, okay? Life is not about what happens to us, okay? We get to choose for ourselves who we're being in the moment and how we want to show up in the world. So that's another way to look at this, is how are you showing up? Choose how you want to show up. Choose to show up as high energy. Choose to be that high energy person. Choose to show up, as love, as kindness, as compassion, that person that you are. Okay? But yes, sometimes we show up unintentionally, unawarely, as frustration, as anger, as bitterness, as jealousy, as resentment, as greed, as jealous, as revenge. Okay? But I ask you, is that the real you? In that moment, is that the true, authentic you? And I think if you're truly serious about that question and the answer, you'll find that the answer to that question is no, that's not the real you. So who is the real you? And choose to be that version of you. That version that is high energy, that version that is kind, loving, peace, joy, that version that is the best husband or the best father. Step into your true self, your true identity, your authentic self. Be that person in every moment, in every situation. And part of that for me is this of health. So when I chose to be healthy, every decision I made, simply, has kept me motivated, has sustained the journey for 13 years, what has gotten me back on the horse in the rare event now that I do fall off. Okay, it's very, very rare that I fall off the horse in terms of motivation, maybe just for a day or two. But I'm able to get right back on it. How do I get back on the horse? How do I stay motivated? How can you get back on the horse? How can you stay motivated? Just choose who you want to be. So again, the question, who are you choosing to be? That is the most powerful question you can ask yourself, and that is the most important choice that you can ever make in your entire life. Okay? And you have the choice of infinity, but as Indiana Jones said, choose wisely. Who do you choose to be? You can choose to be anger, or you can choose to be love. You can choose to be bitter, or you can choose to be better. You could choose to be greed and jealousy, or you could choose hope and acceptance. You could choose to be irritable, or you could choose to be peace. Okay, you have a choice. Which one is the real you, the true authentic you? And again, that is what, in terms of my health and wellness, that is what ended the struggle for me, is that I chose to be healthy and I committed to that journey. If we just narrow and focus in on your health and wellness aspect of your life, choose wisely. Who do you choose to be? Choose to be healthy and commit to that. It's a realization of who you are, the real you. Is not a couch potato. The real me is not the Brad that was 50 pounds overweight. The real me was not the lethargic, no drive, no energy. That was not the real me. The real me was, the authentic version of me was this motivated, healthy, passionate leader of Couch to Healthy movement. Anyway, I wanted to jump on here and share that with you because that was a profound choice that changed my life. So if you're listening to this now, choose who you wish to be. And, you don't have to think of that answer. Always allow the answer to come to you in the form of a realization or an epiphany or something like that. And I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I want to say, if you're here right now and you've listened this far, thank you. And to say thank you, I want you to DM me with the word choice, and also DM me with the word choice, and also say, Coach Brad, I choose to be, and then fill in that blank there of that authentic version of you. So I choose to be healthy. Let me know who you choose to be. And if you do that, I'm going to send you a free wellness program. It's my 30 days to greater health and happiness. It's a program. It's yours for 100% free. It's valued at well over $100, and I personally spent thousands of dollars out of my own pocket creating that greater 30 days to greater health and wellness and happiness. I spent thousands of dollars out of my own pocket creating it. It's yours, completely free. Just DM me the word choice. DM me who you choose to be. And while you're here, go ahead and find me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, Training with Coach Brad. All right, thank you. I appreciate you being here. Remember, Who do you choose to be, and choose why? Choose who you wish to be. It changed my life forever. It's what has kept me motivated and on this journey for 13 years. It will do the same for you. Thanks so much for being here. Until next time, be well, be safe, be happy, eat ice cream. Thanks, everyone.